Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to another video on this channel. So as you guys already know, Android 11 was announced a few days back and only Pixel devices and some others could have a taste of that. But somehow, I flashed a GSI to show you guys the features it brings to all our devices. But that had a lot of bugs and I was quite confident that the OnePlus 6 series will get the latest Android version in the form of a custom ROM because of such an active developer community. And with that said, we finally have the first ever custom ROM based on Android 11 for OnePlus 6, and hopefully the support for OnePlus 6T will be added soon. So I'll post an update regarding that in the comment section down below. Anyways, the instructions to flash this one will be at the end of this video. So stay tuned for that, and for now, let's have a quick look at the ROM itself. So this one is known as POSP, and let me tell you that this is an alpha build only. So please don't expect a lot of features and stuff, as it will take some sweet time to make it ready for day-to-day usage. So this is what the UI looks like out of the box, and you don't get much features or customization, but I'm really glad that this even works in the first place, and first impressions of mine are very positive for this one. The UI feels smooth as of now, and I really like this neat animation when you bring the notification drawer down. Anyways, so I'll customize it a bit as per my liking, and there you go. So you get all the Android 11 features with this ROM, and first of all we have the new power menu, where you get all the smart home controls and your safeguards to pay instantly, which is really great. And surprisingly, calls are also working fine as of now with voice over LTE support, which is really an amazing thing to have, so you can use all your SIM cards with this one. Apart from that, we have nearby share built in with Android 11 to share files quickly from one device to another, and it is really a great feature to have. You also get inbuilt camera app, and it does not work, so you can use a Gcam mod for that. So it works well with this one too. Other than this, we get some new features like an FPS counter that is built right into the system itself. You also get the new media controls with this one, and they work just fine. Plus they look neat as compared to what we had before. And these cards also have this cool looking animation, which looks really neat. So instead of everything overwhelming the notification shade, it's better to have them on the top like a carousel. Apart from this, we have the new bubble type of notifications, and apps like Telegram support it. And it makes it really easy to multitask with these bubbles, as you can continue a chat anytime. So that is also working fine with this one. Speaking about messages, well, now we have this new conversations tab that separates messages from other notifications so that you don't miss out on them. Oh, and we also have the new emojis with this ROM, so don't forget to check them out. Other than this, we also have a new screen recorder that was missing from Android 10 officially. So that is also here, and it works just fine. Plus it gives you the option to select audio source, which is helpful for gamers. We also have the new permission layer too with this one. So now you get a third option, that is to allow a permission only once. So your privacy is also taken care of. Apart from that, all the sensors are also working fine as of now. So I was able to play all the games and use all the apps that I normally do, and there were no random reboots. Also, here are the Geekbench scores on this ROM, and the performance is average sort of as of now. And that is expected, so please don't complain and try it on your risk only. And similar is the case with battery life. So I got around 4 hours of screen on time with light usage, and again, not complaining, but do keep that in mind before flashing this one. Rest, other tiny things like fingerprint scanner and double tap to wake also works flawlessly every single time. But do note that there is no call recorder as of now. You also get the new screenshot style, and it feels more refined now. Plus you do get a button on recent screen to capture screenshots in one tap, which I find really handy. So overall, for an initial build, I find this one really good. But it is not ready to be used as a daily driver, not just yet, as the screen on time and other customizations need some work. But after watching this progress, I am really optimistic about the Android 11 ROM community. And of course, I'll let you guys know as soon as I see other ROMs. So stay tuned and subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's see how you can flash this one. So first of all, make sure you are on the latest Oxygen OS 10 and you have TWRP recovery installed on your device. If that is not the case, then go ahead and flash it. So after that, download all the files from link in description area. Now reboot your device to TWRP recovery. So click on wipe and swipe to factory reset. After that, flash the latest OxygenOS10.zip file. So click on install button and swipe to confirm flash. So once it's done, flash the latest twrp.zip file, and you can find links to all of these in description area. So after this is done, reboot to twrp recovery once again and repeat the same process. So flash the latest OxygenOS10.zip file, then flash twrp.zip file. So now click on reboot and reboot to twrp recovery once again. And this time flash posprom.zip file. So click on install and select the zip file of posprom. So after it's done, flash the gaps.zip file you just downloaded. So now go back, click on install and swipe to flash gaps.zip file. Now just wait for 5 to 10 minutes and you will be taken to the latest Android 11 on your OnePlus 6 or 6T. Anyways, that was an easy way to flash Android 11 ROM on your OnePlus device. So do like this video if it helps you out and subscribe to stay notified. So I'll see you in the next one.